As a kid, you don't get inspired. My mom has a piano.
Oh, okay.
She played.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember how she played.
Oh, okay.
I was a kid, right?
Uh-huh.
So I had, at that time, I had my cousin who comes from Malaya. We live in Indonesia. At that time, it was not Indonesia. It was Dutch East Indies. So life was very good. So they come, my cousin come, they stay for 4 months, 6 months, and then they go back, and some other people come like this. Very good. So my mom had a piano. And then my brother started first, and my cousin started. And when they came, the war started.
Oh.
They could not go back, so they also learned the piano.
Wow, okay.
Finally, I learned the piano. They quit.
Why did they quit?
But they're not interested.
I see, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you cannot. So it is good to talk about, you know, whoever would learn a musical instrument must have a love for it.
Absolutely.
First, you have to be attracted, and then you cannot let go. You cannot let go of the instrument. I can't say, oh, I come to Italy, I go here playing. No, you still have to do something with it. Yeah, have to practice, have to do things. Otherwise, it's broken, and then you cannot continue. So a lot of young people, they study music, but the parents and the teachers even do not realize that this is a discipline in which every day they must do, like eating, sleeping, playing, they must do. If they like it, they never leave. If they don't like it, don't force them. And some people force them, and they don't do well. Now, what happened? The person didn't do well, they really suffer? No. They don't do well at school also. Mother said, why don't you just teach the piano? The students suffer. You know, there are many people who learn to play piano, never go to concerts. The parents give money to have lessons and punish the kid. You have to practice. Mom, do I have to? Okay, for 20 minutes, like that. Yeah. And then they don't practice properly. So the mother gives the money, and it's wasted. And then finally, when they grew up, this is not a friend. It should be a friend. If I'm a lady, or I became a mother, so I know what the piano is. Should I give my children music lesson? But if the mother is not doing well, yeah. And then some mother is not doing well and say, oh, I didn't do well, so it's guilty. So my children must learn. I taught piano, I start them from children. 0.
0?
Yeah. I have taught piano when I was young. So we all start life in music and everything from 0. But they were too young to remember. Now many teachers, they go to university, they don't know how to teach young kids. To me, not good. So we have to really know how to bring up from 0, as high as we can. But then one thing, 2, each individual is different.
Absolutely.
So you teach music, like you bring up children here, each one different. You can't say your sister doing this, why can't you do it? But that's the sister, not her. So therefore, they have to know all these things. But this is part of living. But music, indirectly, the same thing has to be applied in everything we study. I don't think the school is like this. Most schools, they give you the same. Like mother cook, whatever mother cook, you got to eat. Mom, do I have to eat this? So if your mother, if you want to punish the kid, you cook something you didn't like. That would be terrible. So there are always some kids, they don't like this, and this one like that. So you have to kind of balance. So in music, the same balance happens. And then they find themselves. They may not like in the beginning, but as they grow up, older and more experienced, they like it. You know? I think every young person, I don't care who you are and from what country, it must introduce arts. There are different kinds of art, whether you are arts painting or literature. When you get older, you go into literature. Or theater, acting, which we are acting every day. Now I'm acting. Okay? And then also dance. All these must be unified and make clear to the young people here. These are part of something we should know. It's not because you want to be a dancer, you want to be a musician. You don't need. So I have a question now. What is music?
I feel like it's a very, very personal form of expression, so that if you know basic elements of it, you learn better how to understand yourself and how to express yourself to other people and connect with them.
So my thing is that what is music?
Expression?
Okay.
Communicate.
What is the basic, most basic music?
Singing.
Is there such things? Your folk music, my folk music? We all share the same. Silence is music. Nobody say that. Okay? Now while we have these people are talking, and comes somebody, and suddenly they realize, and they're all silent. And suddenly everybody, hey, what happened? What happened? It's already music, because you ask questions that you don't have to ask, but you ask now. Who is here? How come everybody stopped talking? So we forget our roots of the basic thing of what is music. Music is beautiful melody. No. This already very far. So silence is music. Nobody talk about it. We practice music, but they don't talk about it. First, you have to like first. You like, then you begin to have curiosity. You like to know more. Okay? All arts are like this. Yeah. So if I meet another person, I like that person. So I like to get to know more of that person. That's the beginning. So everything is the beginning. Now you go shopping, you see one chair, oh, you like this chair. So you buy home. You must know where you put it. But those are every daily, nobody cares anymore. These are very important. You go shopping, you must know where you shop. How often we go shopping? We buy a lot of things and throw half away. It's true. That's a waste. A lot of people have nothing. So you buy this, you eat. Now today you have a car, supermarket open until midnight. You don't have to buy so many things. You can have a fridge, but don't buy so many things until you feel that it's no good. 3 days, 5 days, throw out. Nothing should be thrown out. So the young people said, nothing should be thrown out. You buy what you want, and you don't buy. The business people, you know how much they can sell. Otherwise, you buy from them. You don't. You have to see what your child likes. You cannot impose or force your child on something, because even finally she likes it, Then of course, oh, if I didn't make you practice, you will not practice. Maybe she has a little, I would say, a little responsibility. The child will learn music at the end. But how much she loves and how much he loves, we don't know. So we have to be able to encourage her. So encouraging is many, many things. Supposing you bring your children to another family, to her family, and also learn to play the piano. So I say you, because she comes to your home. Now, when they come to your home, you let them play first. Let them have a little fun, and then maybe half an hour later, they say, oh, we have cakes time. They drink something, they eat a cake. Okay, play a little bit more. Okay. Now, your daughter or your son should say, let's go and play a little piano. Like this. Hey, what do you learn now? Can you play a little bit of this? Just like this. And the parents say nothing. Don't say, oh, your daughter plays so well. How about her daughter? Never say things like that. Oh, your daughter is so advanced, mine, no good. That is no good. Lots of parents like this, right? Yeah, let them play whatever they want, say nothing. Just say, oh, you people are playing so well. Keep at it, Practice more if you like, that's it. So after the war, I went to Berlin. So at that time, actually, the war still, kind of Berlin, very bad. East and West, East Germany, West Germany. I have some funny story, I have some not very funny story. But in the East Germany, East Berlin, I normally go with my wife, and she went to the East Berlin ballet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because she danced in that ballet company. So I went. There was no border at that time, nothing. You can just go in. So being Asian, they don't know I'm Japanese. I'm Japanese in West Berlin. I will be like this. So I'm Japanese. In East Berlin, I'm Chinese. I buy a Beijing daily and hold it in hand. And we are very daring as students. I go to Russian, German friendship. They have like a club.
Oh.
We have dinner there. We're not allowed. But then they think, oh, I'm Chinese in there and Japanese in here. So we play that kind of role, Yeah. But the East Berlin is very good because they have a lot of Russian things, music books, very cheap, very, very cheap. So I bought a lot of recordings, Russian recordings. Yeah, those days are very, very time of Russian. All right, you have Richter, Cherny's Define Sky in Poland, which you cannot get in the West. But they come to Berlin, East Berlin, to give concerts. So I go there and listen. Richter is there, right? Richter was Jewish, but he make a lot of money for them. So they allow him. There always somebody follow him. But Richter knew that someone follow him. They won't kill him because he's the gold mine. He makes money for them. So sometimes he would come home by climbing up the roof and walked home from the roof.
Wow.
Yeah, like this. He knew somebody followed him. So one day he went, a lot of people in the street. He went away, he came back. That man arrived and saw him. Shocked. Richter went away, he came back. You are following me? He told him, this is a true story. You're following me. Then next question, now where do you want to go? Richter asked him. It's just a true story. You're following me, no? He was shocked. Now, where do you want to go? He said, oh, he was shocked. He said, oh, I'm going this way. Too bad, I'm going the other way.
Okay.
At that time, when there is a war, when there's a difficult time, actually the arts are blooming. Because art is common. We have no enemy anymore. You want to hear this, you want to hear that, I hear. We don't, there's no, it's common. Through the art, it's very, become sort of, you forget about those war rubbish. So I find out through the war, then, art becomes very important. Music, art, painting, theater, very important. People go, and they go into those places to forget about the war. Nobody wants war. Okay. My wife and I live in very different places. We lived in Berlin, of course, and she went to East Berlin to do her things. I stay in West Berlin, Hochschule für Musik. So I attended many concerts. And in the East, you hear Russian, Polish, and communist artists. In the West, I have Bachhaus. People don't know. Yeah. Bachhaus is wonderful. I've heard Hindemith. Huh?
Viola?
Yeah, he's conducting and all that.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So Hindemith is a very short person. He walks like this. But he was very, very kind person. At that time, the Jewish people get, punished, right? He would tell the Jewish friend musician, go away. Don't stay here. You should not stay. Rachmaninoff, I think Rachmaninoff was Jewish.
Oh.
If I'm right. Okay? And it was, Pariachi. Invite him out. And get him to play a concert in Sweden, I think. So when he came out, he said, Sergei, don't go home. Stay here. You're not to go home. Because he goes home. So he didn't go home. But he was very homesick. So one day, many years later, he had a chance to play a concert in Switzerland neutral. And he said, you want to go home? They said, no. You go back to America. That's it. So he went back to America. If he went home, he's finished. I have a picture of him, Rachmaninoff, in a beautiful car of 1910 automobile. Hey, in that time you have a 1910 automobile. The beautiful automobile he had. Rachmaninoff standing. I think I have a picture.
Amazing.
I have some funny picture here. I have another one is one in Holland. They sell old things. Holland, you go to Holland, you must remember you go to Holland. Have you been to Holland? Yeah, they sell old things. On Thursday before, anyone have rubbish, they think it's rubbish, they bring out. Okay, and then here you have this lady selling many things. So I was stupid, get so excited. I saw an ugly picture of an old man. I said, nobody wanted that old grandpa here, but I said, open my mouth. How much you want for that Beethoven? Beethoven, this person, that person put the hand here. I said, no. This is not for you. So the lady, knowing that they all want, raised the price. So I had to give her what she wants. If I say, oh, that's your grandfather, who wants to buy that so ugly? Then it will bring down the price. So that's one of the funniest stories. Yeah. Who wants a Beethoven? Beethoven. Of course, I have a first teachers. I don't know who. That was it when I was young. Then after the war came a Chinese lady, was mayor's daughter. Her surname is Tiu Zhang. Okay, so she's very good. She ran the school. So I became her student, and I was a good student. So she allowed me to practice in her place. She had a grand piano, so I would go. She lived in a big house. The center house is a big house, and then many other houses are actually for, gardener, maids, and everything. But her relative stayed there. The wives of relatives, like brothers and all that, they're a big family. Didn't like piano music. When I go there, it's you again. Like that, yeah. Because they come and make a heck of a noise. Yeah, I don't care. I go practice. When they see me, they have black face. Young people today is too comfortable, and they don't have any conflicts in their lives. So they live in a very tranquilo. It should not be tranquilo. Life should not be tranquilo. You have to be, knowing that to get something, you have to struggle, not work. Struggle for it. Yeah. No, Julius Ketchen is a very old friend. He died young, anyway. He died the day I played my debut in London. So I played with Wigmore Hall concert, and I have this friend who is stupid. He said, "You must play well today." I said, "Why must I play only well today?" He said, "Your friend Julius Ketchen died." I said, I could kill you. You don't tell me these things, right? So anyway, soon I have a concert, an important concert. Soon I forget about this thing. So I just went and played the concert. Of course, I had in me here, he died. Maybe I played the concert for him. Like that. Because I went to see him before I went to London and played. I said, go and see him. He was not well. Oh yeah, many people, when we come across, whether you're a musician or you're not a musician, you learn from them good things, not so good things, and bad things that you don't want to do. So we do that all the time. Even in the school here, in all music school, they're always a rival. This teacher and that Thai teacher, they don't like one another. They're always like that. Now we also learn about these things. Yeah. And then the personality of the teacher. I had in Australia, which I went to Australia. My teacher in high school said, "Oh, you finished high school, where are you going?" I said, "I'd like to go to Europe to study music, but I can't afford it." At that time it's war, right? So he said, one day he said, "Do you know there's a scholarship to Australia?" I said, "Who wants to go to Australia?" I should go to Europe. And he asked me one question: "Do you have an alternative?" So I went over there. I don't have an alternative, so maybe I should go there, and then I'll go from there. It's like the rubber band, we play the rubber band. So I went. It's 4-year scholarship.
Wow.
For a bachelor degree. I finished in 2.5 years. I didn't come home.
And with whom did you study in Australia?
The person by name of Roy Shepherd. He's a very nervous man, but he's very good. But then I have a lot of beautiful young ladies. They learn piano. They learn music not because they want to learn music, because they can merit better. A wealthy family, young men say, "Oh, my wife has a degree in music." Then your standard is different, right? My wife, oh no, she is not. She's very good in cooking. Okay. Quit. Retired. No. I don't have. You live your life. You already live in so many countries and so many. I have my family. And my wife's not here anymore. So anyway, so how do I just journey one's life journey? So you do this with these people. You do that with the other people. The best thing is that some people you can be just superficial. Some people you can really, have a deeper conversation or even a relationship. You can discuss something personal, and some cannot. So we have to be very clear. All of us, we have to be very clear. Actually, from young, they should know. Slowly, where are the friends? I have friends that I knew I went to high school. They're still old friends. I have not seen for years. I don't know if they're still around now. If they're around, become old friends. We don't have to write letters or so forth. So we reconnect and move forward. I mean, the same thing like music, if I know some composer, some pieces of music, then I have not played for a long time, I revisit again. So how soon, how quickly can I establish with this piece? Quite often, the level, I have not played this piece for a long time. I come back and I reacquaint myself. Quite often, suddenly, it raises higher. I think that's very important. But then I have to know this piece very well, like I know you very well. So I'm seeing you for 15 years. If we have very strong bond, we're still very old friends. That is important, but not many people realize it. But then, that I think this is also the relationship, although it's parted, and you can come back, is it come back to the same point, or come back with another point? And there is another story. If I'm connecting with you quite regularly, so actually our friendship moves forward. It doesn't stop here. But a lot of people don't realize this, because they don't have to. They stay in the same town, they're the same relatives, same friends, or working friends. But if you travel, these people you may not see for a year, but next year is your relationship getting, more strong, or just a casual, like that. So therefore, they asked me to go to this place to stay, although they're my colleague here. I don't know them. I don't know my colleague here. Really? Do you? No. Oh, I know them many years. I work together, but we never actually. We might sit together and have a casual talk. But there's so many layers of understanding. Of knowing, of understanding, of intimacy. That's very important. So you have a piece of music. I don't have to perform it. If I keep kind of thinking about, or sometimes I play a little bit, that relationship remains. But nobody talks about this thing. Now, how do I learn a piece of music? I played 40 years earlier, and I still can come out and play. No one say those things, isn't it? If you have a relationship, that piece, you visit every now and then the relationship will be constantly kept, which is very good. Like, you meet some friends here, although we don't do anything too much together, but as you go on here, we might start at one point to do something together. You never know. But if I don't see you, only see you in the summer, and not until next year. So those relationships only temporary for these 2 months, 2 weeks, or 2 days. It won't last. It's just kind of acquaintance. If I don't see you 1 year, you change, I change. So the kind of relationship have no, the paper is thicker than the relationship. Now you use the word musician. Musician, the word cannot be used very randomly. They're young, they're still like a student. They're still learning process. Until such time, music is part of their life. They begin to have a relationship for music, and it's for life. For life is relationship. Not for life, no relationship. I can do without. Right? Yeah. But yeah, I like this chair, so this chair comes with me every time I play the piano. So that's, I have a relationship. Otherwise, I don't need this chair, it doesn't matter. But relationship is, to establish relationship with friends as you travel, very important. Not often you can do. We can be very good acquaintance. I wouldn't use the word friends even. There is a saying in English proverbs, a friend in need, a friend indeed. You know that one? No. If I need somebody, oh, I think about you, you can help me. So you are indeed, really is my friend. That way. So it's a different thing. Oh, you know, I kind of run short of money. I suddenly have to do things. You have another $500, give me a loan or whatever. Now, when you give me that $500, if I know you well enough, it doesn't matter you don't return to me. Like this. It's up to me to return. I should return to you. But for you, and if you ask me for $500, I just give you $500. You don't return, I won't say, oh, gee, you know, you take my money, you don't return. At that time you need, so you take it. But if you can afford, you have more money, you can return to me. It's up to me to take it, or I say, oh, forget it. If your living condition is not so good, I say, oh, don't worry about it. That's it. But then in human terms, we look at this material thing too much. Certain people, you don't look at material things. I think that's important among young people. Which one is your friend, which one you can help. You don't need to have any return, favor. No favor. Isn't it? But I think in education, this thing didn't happen. Whether from family or especially outside family, nobody mentioned it. I mean, if you can't afford it, of course, I ask you for $50, you can't afford, it's nothing. Fine. But if you can afford, if I give you $50, I don't expect it comes back to me. If you give it back to me, I say, you have enough? Are you sure you can give it to me? You say, yeah. Then I'll take it back from you. Why only money that we have to be, No, you don't need. Sometimes the favor is bigger than money. Now, how do you return the favor? So those things are not clear between humans. Sometimes in relatives, the favors are very unclear. So the lifestyle is better for lots of people here. They are more shallow. But if lifestyle is, really difficult, and they are deeper. Is it true?
Absolutely.
So the best time to find friends are when you are a student.
Sorry?
Student time. And not when you can be from young, but from young doesn't stay because they you move away. Yeah, I remember I went to borrow a book of music. At that time there's no music. It's my teacher gave it to my friend. A Mozart concerto. I love to see it because I want to try it. Now you can go zero. There's no zero. So I walked to see him. I asked him, I like to look at this Mozart concerto. When you don't use for 3 hours, I come and get it. Why 3 hours? Because I walk to you 1 hour, walk to you and back. So I practice and look at it 1 hour. Then I walk back to you and back. 3 hours, I get to use that music for 1 hour. What the children doing today? No. I did. Yeah. If you like enough, you like so much that you like thirsty. I must drink the water. I must have this music. So you're thirsty for it. You do anything to get it. Then that is good. Otherwise, no music. Oh, mom, where's the music? Oh, I left it auntie whoever's home. And then he didn't have to practice. It's not my fault. It's my mom's fault. She didn't bring it back. Right? Happens. Very funny. I had this restaurant. They know who I am. Then I go to the restaurant often, and there's this girl, this woman, who served. They said, "Oh, my daughter played the piano." I said, "How old is your daughter?" 12 years old, or 15 or 14. Bring her to me. Let me hear her. She didn't. That means she had no interest. I didn't say I want to give you a lesson at Chashu. Bring her. Then what I want to do with her is that, she's really serious. Then maybe I introduce some of my students to be with her. Then there were more interesting people. But the mother didn't seem to want. So I didn't bother. But they didn't realize that. She should bring her to me, then I see how much interest she has. Then I would tell the mother, your daughter is very good. If you have no time, because she works, in a restaurant, you have no time. If you want, I have friends coming, I have students coming. I can bring your daughter to my house, and they can stay here for some hours. My house, they can stay. No, the children can stay. And now send him back or her back to you. Like that. But if they are not interested. The person must be, I think, any time it's always is, if I'm curious. If the child is curious, the child will go further. If the child is not curious, you can put in front of him or her, she won't eat it. Yeah, you give him, you love this piece, or this is the best cake. But he doesn't like cake. You put in front of him, Mom, do I have to eat it? Like that. See? No, they don't want it. So maybe, if you want music, you must practice, you must know a little bit more. And then you can do, eventually you meet up few friends who like the same thing, then become interested. But the parents are not. They don't have this mindset. When I was young here, my wife was very good. I said, look, your daughter is 12 years old, and your son is 13. I had to go to concert. Wow. We can't, we have another 2 children at home. Husband have this social, and I said, you don't have to come. But you bring him to the theater, or bring her to the theater. I'll look after. Oh, no, tonight here, not until after 11, when the party is over. I say, if not too late, I'll wait till the last student get into the car, then I go home. I already do the best I can do. But if you don't want to do, I won't say you must do it. Now the thing is that, not that they would know what is going on in the concert. The pieces are too big for them. But they have friends going to concert. What is more important is intermission. I say, now each one of you, either you get a drink or a piece of cake. 2 of you get together, you share. I cannot buy you a drink and a cake. No, I can, but I don't want to buy you, but I cannot. So you have a cake, you have a drink, your 2 friends, you share. Like this one, they became friends. They became shared, I can buy you a cake, each one, or a drink. I don't want to do it. This way, you encourage you to become friends. So every time they are in a concert, they say, oh, so-and-so coming? Yes, he's coming, also coming. So they have cakes, they drink. But the parents did not realize that. Yeah, I don't have to tell the parents they have cake. And they don't go home and say, Mom, I have cakes. They don't go home and say that. As long as the kid, they're young, they're happy. This way they make good friends. And finally, eventually, they may be very good friends and they grow up. The parents can never make the children to find good, close friends. They have to find themselves. So if we as teachers can help them in a way that in a concert it's not everyday business, every month once or something, they become friends, they become good friends. So they don't see each other too often. They don't have conflict. They don't fight. Yeah. Then they look forward to another cake, or have a drink, a share, and to the concert. It doesn't matter they don't listen. They don't know anyway. You pay a concert, it's too much for them. But they come to concert. They can sit down quietly, it's good enough. I don't have a relationship with the music. I can't do anything. Music represents the emotion of a composer. But he is not here. Or she is not here, but the music is here. So I have to sort of, get through to that person through the music. Because between 2 people, a relationship, no one can teach you. No one. If I like you, I would like to go. If I don't like you, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay? They have to find their own personality that fit. But this is very important because one day, when I become, or she become somebody in some school, say, oh, I need somebody here to do this. Then she will think about you, or think about me, or I think each other. Then the 3 of us will come together and work in the same school, which is very good because 3 people work in the same place, you can do bigger things. Not every school you have, they all can work with you. So, and when you're young, in high school, or junior school, you begin a relationship like this. These people stay with you after university study and go into the workforce. Those are the best comrades you have, friends you have. This education doesn't happen to anyone. The parents don't know it. Yeah. Your neighbors never your good friends. True? True, you live in a house and the neighbors, they're never a good friend. They may be your enemy. Oh yes. Your dog makes so much noise. That's one. Isn't that true? I can't advise you. Like you have children, you can't advise, you have some friends, you go out together. Some of them stay close to you. And you can really talk many things, very intimate things. And some you can be very long, you cannot talk very deep. So you have to find your own. No parents can interfere, no one. Yeah. But you watch them and watch, say this or this, they like to play together. So you make possibility for them to come together more often. If they want, they become, I think in arts are wonderful because all arts are wonderful. Art of living. You live your way because I like the way you live. I'll be your friend. But I don't like the way you live. I only know you, that's it. I say hello to you, and very polite, very nice. You are very nice. But to live your way, yeah. Many people are very weak, they have power. A weak person needs power. A strong person do not need power. I don't have to worry that I lost any power. But weak person always want to take control. Now if I come in here, I take over the music summer school here. It will be terrible, isn't it? No, you cannot. Yeah. Whoever is the head, so we talk and we work together. If she say, oh, do you want to be, doing some administrative work, that means more in the administration. If I want, I'll do it for you. But I won't eventually take over you. But some people take over other people. They're not strong, they're weak. Do they have ability in their work? Yes, they have some ability. But their focus is wrong. The focus is, I want to be the head. I want to take control. A lot of humans are very weak. We humans are very weak. Me.
Yeah.
It's always me first, isn't it? Me. Me all the way. What is yours? What is his? They belong to me. Hey, me. Huh?
We'd like to thank you very much for your time.
Not at all. So you learn a piece of new music called me. In the summer, me, all the way to Christmas time. You have to look at the history. New York, who came first? Dutch. New York was New Amsterdam first. But the Dutch don't want to stay. Okay? You know Cantonese? You know Cantonese? Okay. Why is it called America? I may be correct. I don't know. Now, the Dutch went all over the place. They go all over the place. They arrive in this continent and didn't know what they get. Now, I told you, New York was New Amsterdam first, which is correct. So they arrived. They didn't know what. There was all the Dutch make a lot of noise. But the Dutch love good cooking. So we have a Chinese cook down in the bottom of the ship. So it heard so much noise, it came out. And it was not, well, the Dutch are big people, right? The Chinese cook is this short from Canton. So he got frustrated. So what did he say? You know Cantonese? You know Cantonese? America, what is it? 是什么来说? What is it? America. Oh, Chinaman knows. America. You believe me or you don't believe me? Up to you. America. Oh, he called America.
Okay.
I'm telling you the true story, but nobody knows it, so have copyright.
Okay.